We know you have a lot to deal with, sir. Thank you very much, and best wishes to you and your family. Thank you, Joy. Now, joining me with some breaking news is legal analyst Paul Butler and former federal prosecutor Lisa Rubin. The big news today is that, to the surprise of many, including myself, the Supreme Court has denied Donald Trump's request to delay his criminal sentence. He is scheduled to be sentenced tomorrow, but no jail time is expected. However, tomorrow will officially mark the sentencing for his 34 felony counts in New York. The Supreme Court has made it clear. They've said no to Trump's request to postpone his sentencing. Let's start with Lisa Rubin. What's your reaction to this? I am a bit surprised, not because I expected the Supreme Court to rule on presidential immunity, but because I thought Trump might have enough support to get the delay. Instead, he lost narrowly by a 5-4 vote. What's interesting is that Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Amy Coney Barrett voted against him. I'd like to read you a part of the majority opinion because it explains the reasons for denying Trump's request. The first reason was that the alleged issues in the state trial can be addressed during an appeal. This means Trump can still appeal after the sentencing, which doesn't take away his right to do so. The second reason is that the burden of sentencing on Trump is minimal, especially since the trial judge has already said he plans to give Trump unconditional discharge, meaning no jail time, probation, fines, or even community service. What sentencing does is officially mark Trump as a convicted felon, which he hasn't been yet. It will also require him to face the judge virtually and explain why the sentence is necessary, given the seriousness of the crimes. Extraordinary. Paul Butler, are you surprised by this ruling? It's a shame we're surprised when the Supreme Court follows the law, but yes, I am surprised. Trump was convicted of 34 felonies 7 months ago. Any other person would have been sentenced long ago, but now Trump will finally face some consequences. The judge's sentence is quite lenient, but Trump will still have to hear why he's being sentenced. He may not like it, but it's happening. Despite everything, he'll go on to run for president. Earlier, Trump had asked for the sentencing to be delayed until after the election, or even longer. But the court has made it clear that was not going to happen. It's surprising that Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Barrett, who were both appointed by Trump, went against him on this. I'm shocked by that too. I thought Roberts would always protect Trump. But it seems he's focused on the court's legitimacy as well. It's a complex balance between supporting Trump and respecting the integrity of the judicial system. Absolutely. Now, I want to touch on something you've written about extensively, Paul. You've covered the issue of incarceration, especially for people of color. I was surprised to learn that even though Trump was convicted of 34 felonies, he's not officially considered a felon yet because he hasn't been sentenced. That's news to me, and I think it might be news to a lot of young Black and brown defendants as well. They don't know that until they're sentenced, they don't have to check the box that can hurt their chances of finding a job or housing. There are 2 key points here. First, Trump's lawyers argued that he couldn't be called a felon yet because it would have serious consequences for him, like preventing him from getting jobs or housing. But the reality is, Trump has never cared about the hardships faced by Black or brown people in the system. He only cares about himself and the wealthy class. The district attorney in this case, Alvin Bragg, emphasized that this sentencing needs to move forward to respect the jury's verdict and the rule of law. Trump and others may not like it, but this case shows that no one, not even him, is above the law. Exactly. The only justice here has been delivered by the state of New York, by Alvin Bragg, Judge Marchand, and the jury.